here. This public hearing is convened pursuant to Section 464 of the Local Government Act, RSBC 2015, to allow the public to make representation to council respecting matters contained in Zoning Amendment Bylaw number 1085.106, 2018. Every person present who believes that their interest in property is affected by the proposed bylaw shall be given a reasonable opportunity to be heard respecting matters contained in the proposed bylaw. None of you will be discouraged or prevented from making your views known. However, it is important that you restrict your remarks to matters contained in the proposed bylaw. When speaking, please proceed to the microphone and commence your remarks by clearly stating your name and address. If they wish, members of council may ask you questions following your presentation. However, the function of council at this public hearing is to listen to you rather than to debate the merits of the proposed bylaw. In accordance with the council procedure bylaw, presentations by members of the public shall be limited to a maximum of 5 minutes each. If a person has additional information that he is unable to provide within that time frame, he shall be given further opportunity to address council after all other interested members of the public have been heard a first time. Please refrain from applause or other expressions of emotion during this public hearing so that we may ensure as impartial a hearing as possible. After this public hearing is adjourned, council members will not speak to the public on this matter until after the matter has been dealt with at a public meeting. After this public hearing has concluded, council may, without further notice, give whatever effect council believes proper to the presentations made at this hearing. And confirmation of notice requirements. Notice of the public hearing was given in accordance with the Local Government Act and the Community Charter by distributing the notice as follows. Publishing in 2 consecutive editions of the Osoyoos Times on June the 20th and June 27th, 2018. Placing the notice on the bulletin boards in the Town Hall and Planning and Development Services Department on June the 20th, 2018, and posting the notice on the town's website on June the 20th, 2018, and distributed via e-news on June the 21st. So I'm going to, yes, Councillor King. I'm going to ask our planner, Ms. Sana, to do a report on the zoning amendment bylaw.
Yes.
Thank you.
So during the June 18, 2018 regular open meeting, Council gave first and second readings to the attached zoning amendment bylaw.
Your mic isn't up.
I don't know. Still is.
Yep, now it's not. It's on now. No, you turned it off again.
Back there.
Yeah, right there. That's it.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, you have to speak into it.
During the June 18, 2018 regular open meeting, Council gave first and second readings to the attached zoning amendment bylaw number 1085.106, 2018. The bylaw proposed to add 1 dwelling unit or a manufactured home for the owner or caretaker with a maximum floor area of 100 meters square as a permitted use in the M1 General Industrial Zone, Attachment 1. Overview. The owner applied to rezone Lot C, District Lot 2450, Plan KAP 78807, under a site-specific text amendment to add a dwelling unit or a manufactured home for a caretaker or owner use to improve security for the existing plumbing and heating business. Lot C is located in the Buena Vista Industrial Park as shown in Attachment 2. The proposed dwelling unit or manufactured home will be located at the rear on an unused portion of the property as shown in Attachment 3. Policy context. The M1 zone and zoning bylaw number 1085/1998 currently allows a dwelling unit to be located within the industrial building, limited to a maximum size of 93 square meters. As such, the proposed text amendment would result in a similar use and density currently permitted in the zoning bylaw, albeit in a detached building. Further, the Town of Osoyoos Official Community Plan, the OCP, bylaw number 1230/2007, supports infilling in the Buena Vista Industrial Park. Accessory residence within general industrial building for added convenience and security for the owner is also supported in the plan. Therefore, staff have recommended approval of zoning application. The rationale for recommendation: since the proposed text amendment is site-specific to Lot C, and a caretaker unit is already permitted in the M1 zone, just not in a detached building, and the size of the dwelling unit or the manufactured home will be limited to 100 square meter, planning staff is still supportive of the rezoning application. The implications for the community: the proposal meets the official community plan objective and community goal of compact urban form that avoids sprawl and a diversity of housing types, including provision for caretaker accommodation and industrial development. Further, the public hearing process provides an opportunity for the community to present their views on the proposal. Organizational: the application has been forwarded to applicable referral agencies and departments for comments, including the Ministry of Transportation Infrastructure, MOTI, who have granted preliminary approval of the bylaw amendment. MOTI final approval of the bylaw is required upon the bylaw amendment receiving third reading from Council. There's no implication for the budget. The significant dates: the public notice mentioned that a special open meeting will be held immediately after the public hearing of July 3rd, 2018, if Council wishes to give the bylaw further consideration. Sustainability: the proposed use is complementary to the OCP goal of supporting the industrial warehousing sector due to the town's strategic location to major highways and U.S. market, and support economic sustainability by allowing our owner caretaker to live near the workplace. Options: number 1, Council convenes into a special open meeting following the public hearing and give third reading to zoning amendment bylaw number 1085.106 2018. Now, option number 2, Council defers giving third reading to the bylaw until a later date. Option number 3, Council requests further revisions to the bylaw before proceeding further. And option number 4, that the bylaw be abandoned. Recommendation: depending upon the input received at the public hearing, staff recommends option 1.
Thank you very much. And now what we will, have we received any correspondence on this issue? No, we haven't. Okay, so if there is anyone who from the public who would like to speak on this issue, please come up to the microphone, and could you identify your name and your address, please? No. Yeah, you have to turn it in.
Hello there, it's Bradley Quake, 9440115 Street.
Thank you. So, go ahead, Mr. McQueen.
Quake, actually, Quwek.
Oh, thank you.
Pronounced Quake. Actually, I just found out about this last Thursday, or on Thursday, which gives me kind of short notice to speak about anything. But my question's got to be in hearing about this is if it's for security purposes, when was the last time there was a problem with security? And secondly, has there been any type of study on what the ground will accommodate for a building on the property? I'm a little bit concerned that my property might start heading to the lake if there's too much ground activity next to my fence, and that'll limit whatever options I have for construction in the future. Also, if there's going to be some kind of activity, is there going to be some form of money set aside in the event that there is a problem in the future? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Dave, you don't want to come up and speak about? So do I have to ask 3 times if there's anyone else who would like to speak? For the second time, is there anyone else who would like to speak on this issue? And for the third time, is there anyone else who would like to speak? And hearing none, did you want to speak on this issue?
No,
Yes?
I thought we were moving into the options phase.
I'm going to just ask, if there's no one else is going to, what wishes to speak, then I'm going to ask I will declare that the public hearing is closed at 4:20. Correct? And then we go,
You need a motion to,
no, I think we,
Just close the meeting. Just going back to the meeting.
Okay, so you're going into the special open now?
that will be next. So we've closed this public hearing?
Adjourn, yeah.
That's what I've got it on the paper here. All right. Thank you very much. This meeting is now closed. And